Hi, how are you doing? Welcome back. I'm JenWoodhouse.com, and I have got another big, super fun, and surprisingly simple project to share with you today. I think I'm more excited than my kids about their brand new built-in bunk beds. I mean, can you even handle the cuteness? I can't! I mean, the kids are pretty cute too. I really wish I had one of these growing up, but I will just have to live vicariously through my kiddos. That's not weird, right? All right, so let me tell you about this project. It is huge, yes, but totally doable. You can knock this out in maybe like a couple of weekends, no doubt. Big thanks to 84 Lumber for sponsoring this video. They supplied all of the building materials for this project, and I am super excited to be partnering with them this year. There are over 250 stores across the US, and you can order just about any species of wood that you want. They can even find you the rare ones. I'll leave a link to their website down below so you can check that out, get a quote, and an estimate for your next project. All right, so are you ready to do this? Let's get building. As always, I've drawn up the full step-by-step plans for you with all of the dimensions and the 3D diagrams so you can build this for your kids. Or yourself, no judgment. There are also a few things that I would do differently if I had to build this over again, but don't worry, I made those revisions in the plans so you can build the best version of this bunk bed. You'll find more details on my site, which I will link below. The first thing we did was build the framework. I built all of the frames in my workshop and then brought them into the room for assembly. Or rather, my husband brought them in. He lifts all the heavy stuff. I build, he lifts. So this framework will be secured to the studs in the wall. We want this whole thing to be rock solid, so we used a stud finder to locate the studs and then screwed the frame to the wall. Like most houses, our studs are 16 inches on center. Also, side note, I don't think any man can resist putting the stud finder on himself and saying, I found a stud right here. I mean, it is hilarious, guys, really. Every time. Comedic gold. Of course, my 9-year-old wanted to help, which I love. We actually had to move a power outlet on one of the walls because the bunk bed would have blocked access to it, and so I didn't want to lose it. We did it and felt very accomplished, but then we discovered that another outlet was smack dab right in the middle of where one of the boards had to go. Of course, but luckily this was an easy fix. We just cut the board to accommodate the outlet. Crisis averted. We're building the bed box in place. We screwed a scrap 2x4 board just to act as a temporary support so it's easier to get the other pieces assembled. Mattress cleats. These boards will support the mattress slats. You can use a store-bought 2x2 or you can make your own by ripping a 2x4 in half, which is what we did. These cleats are just screwed into the long sides of the bed box. And my husband is a lunatic. This is why I can't take him anywhere. Look at my girl, she is fierce. Of course, we had to build this entire bed around our kids who wanted to be in the middle of all the action. I think that might have been the most challenging part of this project, honestly. Just so you know, my plans go through multiple revisions before they ever get published. I write the plan how I think it'll all play out, and then when I go to build it in real life, things don't often go according to plan, and there are unexpected variables that come into play. So I revise and tweak the plans over and over until they are hopefully foolproof for you. Now that the bed boxes are in place and the basic framework is built, we're going to add additional 2x4 supports, which not only strengthens the entire structure, but will give us a place to nail the tongue and groove boards to. My kiddos love to read and draw right before bedtime, so I made them these headboard shelf units. It's It's a great place for them to put their toys and books, a bottle of water. I built them out of 3/4 inch plywood, and then Adam set them in place. Then we just screw the shelves to the framework. I totally wanted to build a secret compartment in the shelves for the kiddos, but Adam vetoed that idea. Which is probably for the best, because I wouldn't be surprised to find stale goldfish or rocks and sticks, maybe frogs, lizards in there. Yeah, they don't need any secret hiding places. The ladder is built out of 2x4s and 1¼ inch dowels. I chose dowels because I thought it would be easier on little hands and feet, and it seems to be fine for my kids, but it hurts my feet when I climb up here. So you might want to consider using 2x4s here instead of dowels, just something worth mentioning. Okay, now that the framework is done, the next part will go pretty fast. It's just a matter of cutting the tongue and groove boards to length and then nailing them on. The reason why I chose tongue and groove boards is because they're surprisingly cheaper than regular 1x6 boards, and I love the charming look that it adds. They've got one plain side and one beaded side, so you have a couple of choices when it comes to the look that you're going for. They're really easy to work with, and I like that the boards are interlocking. I think the overall cost of materials for this project was less than $350. There are only 2 boards that you'll need to make a curved cut on, the arch of the windows. I did this by first cutting the boards to length and then finding and marking the midpoint. And then I used a flexible piece of plexiglass to trace the curve. You could use whatever you have on hand or even freehand it. And then you clamp the 2 boards together, then make the cut with a jigsaw. When nailing the boards on, we started at the bottom with the tongue on top and the groove on the bottom, and then we worked our way up. And here's a tip: if you nail into the tongue, when the next board slides on, it covers up that nail hole so you don't have to go back and fill the holes with wood putty. If you'll notice, we didn't attach the first front plank in line with the side plank. So as we went higher, the difference just compounded, and the misalignment is a little bit more noticeable as you reach the top. Of course, you won't make that mistake because I made all the mistakes for you. You are welcome. For the window casing, we ripped a few 1x4 boards down to 3 inches wide. Now this is just a personal preference, I just like the look of it, but if you want to keep the 1x4 boards as is, that's totally fine. The window casing is just nailed in place, and then I measured and cut the window trim to length and then nailed it on. I added a little ledge to each of the curved windows and then laid the mattress slats in place. For these wall sconces, I didn't have to do any electrical work. I borrowed my friend Mandy's trick. We put battery-powered remote-controlled puck lights inside these sconces, and they're dimmable and color-changing. How cool is that? Thanks, Mandy, you are a literal genius. Finally, we added the twin mattresses. Don't worry, you can get the beds in through the big windows. Oh, we've got 8-foot ceilings in this room, and there's still plenty of headroom in both bunks. Adam is 6'1", and he can sit completely upright in here. And if you're wondering how we change the sheets, of course bunk beds in general make it a little bit more challenging than a regular bed, but this bedding from Betty's makes things a lot easier. It's all-in-one bedding that zips, so it's super easy for the kids to make their own beds. The kids couldn't wait to sleep in these bunks, and I love that they were so excited that they put their little treasures on the shelves before their beds were even complete. Super cute. Now, if I can only get them to agree on who gets the top bunk. So that's it. Built-in bunk beds for the win. I don't know what to say there. Thanks so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next video. No. So that's it. Let me know what you think in the comments and what other videos you would love to see, what other projects that you... It's not scripted, so that's it. It was super easy, right? Simple. You can totally do this. Oh, I don't know. So that's it. Let me know in the comments what other projects you would like to see, and visit jenwoodhouse.com for more information. I'll leave all the links below, and that's it. So I will see you next time. So that's it. If you want more details on this project and others, visit jenwoodhouse.com and let me know in the comments what other projects you'd like to see. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.